At the Mississippi Arts and Entertainment Experience in Meridian, we believe in the power of the arts, storytelling, and education, just like Mississippi Public Broadcasting. MPB connects communities across the state with quality programs that inform, inspire, and engage. Their audience is loyal and appreciative of businesses that support public broadcasting, which makes underwriting on MPB a smart investment. Join us in supporting MPB. Learn more at mpbfoundation.org.
School choice, rural hospitals, voter access. The 2026 Mississippi Legislature will impact you and your family for years to come. MPB brings you At Issue, a weekly analysis of the legislative session and the issues affecting you with perspectives from both sides of the aisle. Brandon Jones and new At Issue analyst Rebecca Staples join me, Wilson Stribling, every Monday at 5 p.m. only on MPB Think Radio and wherever you get your podcasts. MPB, your stories, our mission.
Y'all, welcome to Deep South Dining on.
Welcome to Green Acres.
Welcome to Deep South Dining on MPB Think Radio. Malcolm White, Carol Palmer, and with us today, Chaz Lindsay is in the house, chef, owner of Polito, Rowan's, and now the Shady Nook. Chaz, welcome and thanks for joining us.
Glad to be here. It's a little bit brighter this time of day, though. You know,
you like the mornings better, right?
Yeah, you know, get the day started off right with you guys. It's a good way to start it.
Well, we're glad you're here. Thanks for joining us in our roundtable. Let's start the day off with what we did on the 4th of July.
Malcolm, what did you do on the 4th of July?
Thanks for asking, Carol. Well, I stayed home. I watched baseball, and I went to Pig and Pint in Fondren and got some barbecue to go. So I ate it there at the house with the cats and Kara. It was delicious. I got the platter of ribs, brisket, and pulled pork with sides of baked beans, coleslaw, and I added corn salad. I thought it was a nice piece. So I had a locally prepared barbecue plate. I also had a hot dog later in the day, which I love to do. So anyway, Jazz, what about yourself?
Woke up at 5:30 in the morning, drove to Meridian, Mississippi, and played a golf tournament.
Oh, boy.
Whoa.
Yeah. Which was a lot of fun, but, I mean, it was hot. It was really, really hot. And then, drove back, fired up the grill, which was even hotter, and cooked a couple of steaks, some corn, really nice tomato salad. I mean, the corn and tomatoes right now are just gorgeous.
Yep.
Man,
It's my favorite time of year.
Same here. My favorite season, tomato season.
Same
Yep,
here.
I had a tomato sandwich today.
Yeah.
But Chaz, you have to stay hot. I mean, you got the hot kitchen, the hot golf course, and then grilling. You must.
He likes
really
it hot.
Yeah,
he likes it hot.
Yeah, went down a size in jeans recently. So,
Yeah.
You know, and also I was so cheap when we built Polito. Well, not really cheap, just had a budget that we didn't put a return air system on the vent hood. So whatever temperature it is outside, that's the temperature inside in the kitchen.
I bet your employees love you.
Yeah, sometimes.
Well, you know, until Mary Sanders and Damien bought Hal and Mal's, we never had air conditioning in the kitchen there.
I've heard all about
at all.
Yeah, that's cruel. Hey.
Yeah, we were back there as well.
I mean, you made it this far.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you did.
Carol, what about you on the 4th?
Sacred Ground barbecue.
Good
You
call.
got your, your ribs
Yeah.
and your pulled pork and your sides, and it was pretty fabulous.
What sides did you get?
That corn salad.
We all had corn
Absolutely-
salad.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
No, you had tomato salad.
No, roasted corn on the cob, and then tomato salad.
okay.
So.
Yeah.
You know.
But I just had I kind of extended the 4th of July. We had our hot dogs on the 5th of July.
Okay.
Instead of a 4th of July
Well, it was
hot dog.
Yeah, it's the weekend of the 4th.
Yeah, and I, kind of inspired, Joey Chestnut won the Nathan's
Again.
hot dog contest again, but He didn't meet his record because of the heat.
Well, he's getting older too.
Yeah, he did do 66.
It was 5 off, I believe. 71
yeah,
is the record.
I think he was. But
Why do we know that?
What I loved, because it's so
Just
bizarre.
the way we are.
He's won it 18 times, 18 out of 19 times. And the other time there was a sponsorship issue and he had to back out. But what tickled me so much is at the halfway mark, he had eaten 42 dogs and he had a 10-wiener lead over, over the next person. Joy Chestnut has a 10-wiener lead at this point.
Coming to you live.
Yeah, but I had my hot dogs on Saturday, and then Malcolm, I had lobster from Maine.
Ah, yes.
Richard and Christina Ford.
Ah, yes.
Sent for just we let them catch brim.
And
they
we
sent,
joyfully caught brim with them.
And they sent lobster from Maine. I mean, there's something unequal about
No, I think
about
that's
that.
a very fair trade.
So anyway,
You have a bag of lobster?
This little bag I brought for you and Kara some lobster tails.
Are they cooked or not cooked?
They are not cooked.
For some reason, I figured they would come steamed,
Well, I was
just for ease of transportation.
I was
Yeah, I
I
get
was
that.
fearful they would be live and that you wouldn't have to come. I used to do that. I mean, a long time ago, but I was not looking forward to have anything running around the floor of my kitchen except my new puppy.
Well, thank you for the lobster tails that are not live, and thanks to Richard and Christina Ford.
And there's a great recipe on the front of them that
Really?
you'll like. It's like with a real interesting butter that has garlic and honey in it. It's not just your regular butter dip.
Is that the butter that they use for the lobster rolls?
Don't know.
Could be.
I think that's mostly just drawn butter.
Yeah.
My parents had a place in Maine for the whole month of September last year, and we went up and stayed with them for a little shy of a week, and we would just go down to the dock and get the lobsters. They literally
It's
just
just
had
ridiculous.
the cage sitting in the water. I mean,
Yeah.
it was insane.
They're just waiting.
Yeah, it was
And,
awesome.
and I didn't realize till Richard and Christina Ford told us at that time of year when you were there, like August and September, that's when the shells are really soft.
Soft
I mean,
shells,
that's
yeah.
the ultimate time to have them.
You get less meat, but it's sweeter. It's a nicer product. That's why it's more sought after, and it really doesn't leave that much. Like, we're not going to get them down here, but I can get live lobsters if I order them appropriately, and a little bit of lead
Through
time.
through the restaurant. Oh,
Yeah, through
wow.
the restaurant. Yeah, I'm sure there's someone that'll ship.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
certain of
But-
it. Yeah.
I know there used to be kind of a deal,
Yeah.
to get it'd be a wooden barrel of lobster.
Tell you
from
this, I'll
Maine.
take a crawfish over a lobster any day.
Give me a shrimp.
Yeah.
So our themes, we have two themes today. Farmers markets are one, thus the Green Acres lead-in music. And then the other is fried chicken, because July the 6th is National Fried Chicken Day. So I wanted to chat a little bit about fried chicken. We can also revisit it in the third segment after we have our special guest to talk about farmer markets in the second segment. So, Carol, tell me a little bit about your favorite fried chicken.
Well, I'll tell you what my current favorite commercial fried chicken is. And this is a new discovery for me.
Okay.
You know how late I am to the game most of the time. Corner Market fried chicken.
I've had it many times.
It is really delicious.
It's good.
And well seasoned. And
Yeah.
that's what to celebrate Fried Chicken Day, I'm going to go pick up some on my way home, and I'm going to drizzle it with that Mississippi hot honey
Oh, yeah.
from the guy we had on the show, Ty.
Ty Thames.
Chef Ty.
Yeah.
Great guy.
That hot honey is just ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. The hot sauce too.
Yeah.
It's
It's
awesome.
good.
And I love that he's a sponsor of the show.
Yeah, so do we.
So
Yeah.
we
We're
really
real proud
like
of that.
like that too. But can you just imagine some fried chicken with that honey?
I can, and I look forward to
Yeah.
hearing more about that. So, Chaz, you sell fried chicken on Thursday at your place, Roland's?
It Roland's.
Yeah, we've taken a little bit of a hiatus though.
Okay, all
so
right.
the blue plate thing wasn't really working for us because our burgers burgers, bologna sandwiches. That's what we've been known for.
Okay.
But because we're here talking about it today, it's back this Thursday. So you want to get there. We open at 11. But yeah, I love fried chicken, and it's an art form.
Now, this chicken, is it your father's recipe?
No. So
I know you brine it in salt water.
Yes, 2% salt brine overnight, no more than 24 hours. And then, we do cornstarch first, then buttermilk, then flour, seasoned flour. And the cornstarch, that's like taking from Korean style fried chicken.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it just a little bit more crispy, and it's not like as dense as like flour, egg wash, flour, buttermilk, whatever. And real low, 300 degrees in the fryer, 13 minutes on the bone. Golden brown, delicious. It's beautiful.
So again, it's cornstarch, buttermilk.
Mm-hmm. And season the buttermilk with a little bit of hot sauce and Worcestershire.
Okay.
And let it sit in there for, another 10 minutes, and then go straight from the buttermilk into a seasoned flour.
And that's just white flour seasoned. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Great.
Yep.
Now,
How
other
about yours, Mel?
mine. Well, I have a lot of favorites. I do love fried chicken, but for the purposes of today's show, my favorite is Bully's. And the reason I like
Good
Bully's
choice.
so much is because they cook it to order, and that's impossible for a big restaurant. But in a small family-owned place like that, they can literally cook it per order, and so it is so incredibly fresh. Now,
And so the customers know that they're going to wait.
you're going to wait,
Yeah,
but
yeah. I mean,
Worth
it
it.
is certainly
if you're in a
worth
hurry,
the
go
wait.
somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I had
Yes.
no idea. I mean, it's absolutely delicious.
It's incredible.
and I'll tell you, if you Google best fried chicken in Mississippi, you get the Old Country Store in Lorman, Mr. D's chicken. Have either of
Really?
you ever?
Never had that.
Well, I have. It's really good, but most of all, it's dinner and a show because Mr. D comes out and sings, and he's so personable, and people love him, and it's quite an adventure to go to the Old Country Store there in Lorman. So check it out
Hey,
if you get a
yeah,
chance.
road trip.
But that's kind of the internet's favorite. That's what the people like.
Have you had
know-
Vines and Vines 2.0 in Macomb? The original
No.
is in Centerville.
I have not.
No, Vines.
Excellent.
Okay, Vines.
VINE''s?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you for that.
It's been a few years now, but I did a cover story for Delta magazine on the best fried chicken in Mississippi. And then as part of doing that, I polled a number of chefs in the Delta. And I was working in Greenwood at the time. And at that time, the chef's favorite fried chicken was the Double Quick in Belzona. And, Double Quick was high.
Or Stafford Sheridan,
Yeah.
he's tailgating from gas station to gas station.
Yeah,
He
we
can
need
tell you.
chat on the phone, but I thought that was so interesting because I thought, the chefs were going to tell me,
Right,
like,
right.
oh, yeah, it's City Grocery in Oxford or so-and-so and so-and-so. Oh, Belzona Double Quick.
Now, one thing from Cooking and Coping this past week, Carol, that I posted and made was this roasted tomato open face sandwich on sourdough with pimento cheese, olive oil, and mayo. And man, was that good. So
It was so wicked.
that was my 4th of July contribution to our Facebook page, Cooking and Coping. So I loved it. You just take a piece of sourdough bread, hit it with the olive oil. I like a little mayonnaise, and then pimento cheese, spicy pimento cheese, and then top it with 2 giant, greasy, wet cuts of fresh tomato. Put it in the broiler and broil it until the tomato starts to turn, and it oozes right all the way through to the sourdough. And man, oh man,
I mean,
oh
this
Manischewitz.
is vivid. This is vivid.
Yeah.
Oozing.
Open
and,
face?
Yeah.
Or?
Open face.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Love it.
And I even hit the top with a little olive oil as well. But anyway, it's a nice little open face lunch sandwich
It was a
for
thing
this
of
time
beauty
of year.
now.
Yeah, it was good.
And some of those tomato pies people are making are just absolutely gorgeous.
I love a tomato pie. I've never really made one. Have you experimented with that?
I like a tomato just sliced with a little bit
Yeah.
of salt.
Don't
olive
confuse
oil on
me.
it. Yeah,
Well,
simple guy
I
over
have,
here.
and I love it. I do the one from Come On In, the Junior League of Jackson cookbook that is just, it's a classic. I mean, I make my own pastry, but it's pretty simple. I mean, you line the tart pan with, mozzarella, and then you put your tomatoes on it and chop up a bunch of basil, some olive oil, and it is delicious, that melted mozzarella. But I'm making one this week that I saw in a magazine that uses puff pastry. it just seemed kind of like something to do.
Yeah.
I haven't worked with puff pastry in a long, long time.
I did a variation of that. I can't remember what restaurant it was, but I mean, I'm knee deep in tomatoes right now. I think we've done about 800 pounds of passata sauce so far. Because I mean, if I can get them, and Two Dog has them, and I've got a rule: I only serve tomatoes from Two Dog.
And Two Dog Farm in Flora, shout out.
Love them.
Yeah.
Couldn't have the restaurant without them, honestly, seriously.
Yeah, and
they close, I close.
And not only the farm, but the farm store
Correct.
that they own is on the corner of Main Street. Well, right there downtown. I can't
remember
it's a highway,
what
but
the
it's
highway is.
just right
Might
in
be
downtown.
22.
But it is, their stuff is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's awesome. I
Yeah.
mean, all their produce is incredible, and like this is the peak of their season right now. I mean, the eggplant, the peppers, the tomatoes. We're getting great corn. The melons just started showing up. I had a watermelon from them, and we have a cantaloupe salad on the menu from them right now with prosciutto and Comte and like.
Yeah, it's really fun to hear that that's who you use. It's like you're peeking into the restaurant to see what's going on.
I mean, you can go up to the farm store, you can get it too, but I enjoy you spending money with me instead because I got to pay them.
Exactly. Trickle down, as Reagan called it. Just a couple of quick things before we go to break, and we are going to break here in a second. And when we come back, we will have Commissioner Andy Gipson, Ag Commissioner, Ag and Commerce Commissioner. He's going to talk about farmer markets. But before we go, I want to point out a couple of things. I noticed that Hen and Egg, who is in the old Sun and Sand, is expanding to a Madison location. And I saw that on Facebook, and I don't know the details of it. And I also saw that, Carol, do you remember the album Little Milton's Annie Mae's Cafe?
Yes, I do.
You remember the photograph on the front? Well, that old cafe has now been turned into Steamer Shrimp and Crab Market, and it's opening, I think it's open now, and on Robinson Road near the intersection of Martin Luther King and Medgar Evers. It's a cool spot, so it's a seafood restaurant now, so we shall see what we shall see. All right, we're going to take a break. As I said, come right back with our Commissioner of Agriculture and Commerce, Commissioner Andy Gipson, and we're going to talk about farmer markets because it is a state-declared farmers market period between July the something and July the something, and we'll get those dates before we return with Commissioner Gipson. We'll be right back with more Deep South Dining.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bobby Rush. As a blues man, I love Mississippi Public Broadcasting. If you support Mississippi music and their local programming, donate now, right now, and become a member today, not tomorrow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Doesn't matter how big or small, but we prefer big. Thank you very much.
School choice, rural hospitals, voter access. The 2026 Mississippi Legislature will impact you and your family for years to come. MPB brings you At Issue, a weekly analysis of the legislative session and the issues affecting you with perspectives from both sides of the aisle. Brandon Jones and new At Issue analyst Rebecca Staples join me, Wilson Stribling, every Monday at 5 p.m. only on MPB Think Radio and wherever you get your podcasts. MPB, your stories, our mission.
Hatred destroys the one who hates. The others that you hated, they go on about their business. Who care of us?
So the legacy of Medgar Evers is an understanding of our own humanity and of our own responsibility of seeing that in other people.
He is written out of history. He's just not included as Malcolm and Martin. To me, it's the 3 M's, and Medgar is right up there at the lead.
Everlasting, Life and Legacy of Medgar Evers. Watch now on MPB Passport. Visit mpbonline.org for more.
Welcome back to Deep South Dining here on MPB Think Radio. Malcolm White, Carol Palmer, and Chaz Lindsay in the studio. Thank you for tuning in today. We appreciate it. And as we were going to break, I was stumbling through my details, but I wanted to point out that it is Mississippi Farmer Market Week this week, July 5 through 11. And here to talk to us about that is our own Agriculture and Commerce Commissioner Andy Gipson. Hello, Commissioner. How are you?
Oh, I'm great, Malcolm. How are you doing today?
Doing real good. Thanks for joining us today.
I'm glad to do it. It's a great day and week to talk about farmers markets. We're excited, and we're in full swing with the farmers markets in Mississippi.
We got, 70 some odd and 40 certified or something like that?
We have a record number. I'm really proud of that. Our team has done a great job, and the people of Mississippi have done a great job requesting these. We have 79 farmers markets in Mississippi. That's the most in the history of the state. And we have 40 certified. That means it's grown right here in Mississippi. That is another record in the history of Mississippi. So they're growing. People want this. It's what people not only want, it's good for folks. It's good for your family, your health. And so we're excited to see farmers markets continue to grow in Mississippi.
Great. Commissioner Gipson, this is Carol, and I wanted to ask you a question about the certified farmers market. What does that mean, and how does one become certified?
Yeah, that's a great question, Carol. To be a certified farmers market, that means that at that farmers market, you've got at least 2 farmers who are growing what they're selling exclusively here in Mississippi. So they're selling that product, you're buying it direct from the farmer. And what it means, that you talk about a big deal, you're going to save 100% of your sales tax on those purchases, because under state law, there's no sales tax on purchases direct from the farmer at a certified farmers market. So 0% sales tax, that's 7% or 5% off your grocery bill that you're going to put in your pocket immediately just by shopping local and buying local healthy food from your local farmer.
Now, that is really something to talk about. Did you know about that, Malcolm and Chaz?
I did not.
No, but that's great.
I love that.
That's great stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so for the people out there, if you buy directly from a certified farmer's market, you are not paying 7% sales tax.
That's correct. When you're buying direct from that farmer. Now, that does not apply to someone who's reselling someone else's produce. You're buying it at the certified farmer's market, then you're guaranteed you're buying it from that local farmer. And the state of Mississippi says when you do that, the sales tax is 0%. I put that in all my speeches across the state, and I never cease to be amazed how few people know that. But I guess it's just something that as farmers markets are growing and more people are shopping at farmers markets, they're becoming more aware of it. But I want everybody to know another great reason. If you didn't need a reason to shop and buy local from your farmer, that's reason enough right there.
So I would guess, Commissioner, that some people are confused about the difference between a certified farmer's market and just, say, a roadside ag stand that you might see on 49, say Donna's Number 6 or Maps or Shady Acres or any of those.
Yeah, and those are all great businesses and they serve a great purpose. But at a farmer's market, a farmer's market is where farmers come and they are bringing the produce, the meat, the dairy, the specialty products, whatever it is that they grew or raised on their farm. They're selling it direct to the consumer. And that's different from a retail produce stand. And again, we are really excited about our produce stands because they help our farmers too. They collect product from all across the state and they sell it to folks. But this eliminates, the sales tax by buying direct from a farmer. That's where you're going to have that 5% grocery tax savings.
Well, I feel really lucky to be a Jacksonian with our great Mississippi Farmers Market down on High Street. I mean, what a treat to get to shop there.
Yeah, that's a fabulous market.
It's our flagship market, the Mississippi Farmers Market. It is a certified farmers market, and when you come to that High Street Market, you're going to find that those farmers there are growing that product here in Mississippi, and they're going to sell it direct to you as the consumer. And I tell you, farmers markets are more than just a place to buy something. It's a place to congregate, to mingle, to see your neighbors and friends. And that's one of the great things that people love about farmers market is when you go there, you're going to see somebody in your neighborhood that, maybe your child goes to school with their children, or maybe they're old friends, or maybe they're co-workers, but it's in a very relaxed, laid-back setting. And it's really something we do well in Mississippi, and that is to just fellowship. And it's really it's an event. It's an experience going to the farmers market more than just purchasing
a lot of them have music. Yeah. I know when we started the one in Greenwood a few years ago, that was one of our big deals, was to have a musician. Yeah. I know Oxford, I hadn't been to Cleveland has music.
When my mother, Commissioner Chaslinski, I've got Polito, Osteria, and Belhaven. My mother started the Belhaven Farmers Market. Do you remember that?
I do.
And music was really important on Saturday mornings. But Commissioner, so it's great that we have all these new farmers markets, but did you find that it was difficult to actually find the farmers to supply these farmers markets? I mean, I just feel like there's not that many small independent farmers anymore. At least from a restaurant perspective, I have a difficult time finding people to supply me. And seasonality and local produce it is 100% our mission at my restaurant.
You're absolutely correct. We have a limited number of the farmers who still work the soil, who work their land, who bring that product, the old-fashioned saying, truck farming, to truck it to the market. Those folks are few and far between, but I'll tell you something, it's coming back. It's making a comeback because consumers are requesting it, demanding it. And to get any farmer's market going and keep it running is really it's a work of art. It's an art, not a science, because you've got to have the farmers who come and bring the product, and you've got to have the shoppers who are willing to come and buy that product, and to find that perfect balance and not have a lot of product that's not sold, or have too much, too much, and then there's not enough product for the people who come. You got to find that right balance. So yes, we have done a lot of work in a ground game, if you will, creating a database of all the farmers we know about in Mississippi, and you can find that on our website at Genuine Mississippi. That's genuinems.com. That's everything grown, raised, crafted, and made in Mississippi. These are farmers who have products to sell. They may sell a variety of product like Two Dog. I heard you talking about them. They may be specialty producers in a particular thing. There's a peach farm that I'm thinking of right now that just sells peaches that they raise. But you can go to genuinems.com and you can source. I tell people you can source anything you want to buy, grown, raised, crafted, or made in Mississippi. And you can even search it by geography as well there, genuinems.com. And then if you're looking for farmers markets in your area, we have another resource, and that is the website msfarmersmarket.com, msfarmersmarket.com. Go there, and you have a long list of all the certified farmers markets across the state by county, and you can find those farmers there.
Awesome.
But I want to come back to what you said, because you're right. We don't have enough farmers. We don't have enough small farmers who are still doing this. But there's a whole new generation of young people who I am meeting who are really into this and want to bring it back, and I believe it will come back in a big way.
I hope so too. I lived in upstate New York for a long time, and New York City, and it's a hotbed. There are tons and tons and tons of small farms. And so, it's amazing that y'all have provided the consumer with that tax incentive to go and shop at these markets. But have y'all provided any incentives for the small farmers to be a part of it and to provide and support these small markets?
Well, that's a great question. Of course, it is the legislature that gives any tax incentives, and they are known for doing that for big economic development projects. And those take many shapes and forms. But there's not been a whole lot of legislative focus on incentives for farmers, for small farmers. There was some tax relief provided this year for buying fence panels and gates, and for our cattlemen out there, producers that are out there, and other farmers like that. But no, there hasn't been a whole lot of incentive. I will tell you this, something that we've been able to do at the Department of Ag is tap into USDA, and they have rolled out a series of programs that are designed to help farmers raise more local product. And we haven't announced this yet officially, but we're going to be rolling out a series of announcements that are going to help those small farmers that we do have to produce more product in ways that will help add value and keep them farming, and also provide consumers more options through equipment and infrastructure expansion for local farms. So that's coming from the federal level, USDA. But yeah, we need our legislature to understand that, and this is something I say all the time. If people don't eat, nothing else matters. Food is really the basis of our not only thriving as a society, but our survival. And we've got to keep our farmers farming and keep our farmers strong. So that's a great question.
Yeah, it's a hard living. I've done it several times when I've tried to quit cooking. So they need all the help they can get. Last question: what brand hat do you wear, and where is it?
Well, I wear a Stetson. Right here. Hold on.
All right, let's get the hat.
Stetson.
Chaz, you're earning your keep today.
Thank you. I'm a Stetson man myself. I respect it.
Stetson.
God, it looks
it's
good.
a straw hat. It is a stallion version of a Stetson, and I have a felt hat as well. It's also a Stetson I wear during rodeo season. So, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It's time for a new hat, by the way. This one's getting a little warped. I like to give them away. I have
It's just
a lot
the
of
first
children
time I've seen you without it. So
I know, me
I'm
too.
a little
I said, God,
surprised.
what a handsome guy. I never.
I wore it at the National Mall representing you at the Great American State Fair this past.
Yeah, we saw you there.
Appreciate that.
I gave some biscuits away to commemorate our state fair at the National Mall, and yeah, people liked the hat, they liked the biscuits, and I told them all. I said, you need to come to Jackson, Mississippi, and the state fair October 8th through 18th, and get the real deal.
Get a real free biscuit.
White Lily.
Okay, I'm on biscuits here. When we're talking about farmers markets, do other cottage industries, you're talking about there are people that do frozen biscuits and jams and jellies. Is this part of your effort?
It is. That if you go to back to Genuine Mississippi, genuinems.com, there's 4 categories. There's grown, and that's your produce and other products raised from the soil. There's raised, that would be livestock or meat or honey, for example. Crafted is what you're talking about, taking a handmade product out of farm raised produce or other materials and crafting a pie or a biscuit or jellies and jams. And then manufactured, those are manufactured products that are in there as well. So it really covers the gamut, and you can search by category for what you're looking for. For example, you can find Mississippi grits, you can find Mississippi rice, you can find Mississippi popcorn, you can find Mississippi, of course, Mississippi honey, and just anything you want to buy, things that you wouldn't think about on our website, genuinems.com. And of course, shop your local farmers markets, and you'll find those products there in a lot of cases.
And one of those products is our sponsor. That is Mississippi red pepper sauce.
Have you tried that yet?
Oh yeah, I have. It's delicious, and they have that great sauce, and we have seasoning companies as well that are there that you can look for. And I encourage everybody, when we have visitors come to Mississippi, and I do have them come here from all over the world, I always make it a point to give them a little taste of Mississippi, a little sampling of some of those great products, and that sauce has been in those gift packages.
That's great. All right, we're going to take a break, and we want to thank Commissioner Andy Gipson, our Ag and Commerce Commissioner here in the state of Mississippi, for joining us today and for promoting our farmer markets and all of our agriculture products across the state.
Thank you, and thanks to all our farmers and shoppers out there. Shop at your farmer's market, and God bless y'all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir. We'll be right back with more Deep South Dining on MPB Think Radio.
destroys the one who hates. The others that you hated, go on about their business. Care less.
So the legacy of Medgar Evers is an understanding of our own humanity and of our own responsibility of seeing that in other people.
He is written out of history. He's just not included as Malcolm and Martin. To me, it's the 3 M's, and Medgar's right up there at the lead.
Everlasting, Life and Legacy of Medgar Evers. Watch now on MPB Passport. Visit mpbonline.org for more.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bobby Rush. As a blues man, I love Mississippi Public Broadcasting. If you support Mississippi music and their local programming, donate now, right now, and become a member today, not tomorrow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Doesn't matter how big or small, but we prefer big. Thank you very much.
Mississippi is a place of deep roots where every story matters and every voice can be heard. At MPB, we stand with our local communities, bringing you the voices of those who shape our state through local programming that reflects our culture across small towns to big cities, from the Delta to the coast. We tell the stories that define us, from the music that carries our voices to the leaders who inspire change. MPB brings you the heart of Mississippi, celebrating Mississippi one story at a time. MPB, your stories, our mission.
Welcome back to Deep South Dining on MPB Think Radio. Malcolm White, Carol Palmer, and Chaz Lindsay, the chef and the businessman at the round table. Welcome back, Chaz.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.
Well, that was a fun conversation with Ag and Commerce Commissioner Andy Gipson.
Hey, I learned a lot. I did not know about that, the sales tax.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Very good
situation.
Stuff. Yeah. So, Chaz, you have Polito, Rowan's, and now Shady Nook. Shady Nook is not a restaurant, but Shady Nook is a historic building in the neighborhood in which we all live. Well, you and I live. Carol does not live in this neighborhood.
But I did one time.
Once upon a time in Belhaven. And the Shady Nook is now a special events venue. Is that right?
Correct. Yeah, so gas station built in 1928. Got the name Shady Nook from the female students at Belhaven who would go and smoke cigarettes behind it. They called it Shady Nook. They didn't have a name when they opened. It was just a gas station. And then in the 70s, the well-known architects Tommy Goodman and Samuel Mockbee bought it, and they did the renovation, added the curved stucco walls. They closed in the mechanics bay and the car wash and the fuel pump area to make it offices. And then, a couple of different iterations. Dick Malthus had his campaign headquarters there in the 90s.
Henry LaRose had a real estate business.
That's who I bought it from, was Henry LaRose, and it just kind of sat on the market. And finally, I approached him, and we worked out a good deal, because it was going to be an Airbnb. And, I use Airbnb.
So wrong.
It's a necessary.
Not what you wanted to see there.
Yeah, but not in my neighborhood, and not around the corner from you or the restaurants. Like, I want Belhaven to be a neighborhood. And so, I worked a deal out with him, not really knowing what I was going to do with it. And my mother told me I absolutely could not put a restaurant there, even though she helped me get it rezoned. But so, yeah, it's a private event space. Mary Sanders did it. It's gorgeous. Turned out great.
Have your mother in Belhaven. I mean, it's worked out pretty well for you in many ways.
It has.
That she was, really the driving force behind the Belhaven.
Well, the neighborhood association.
Neighborhood association. She was the
and
first,
so many things. The park, the festival,
farmers market,
the farmers market, all of that. Yeah.
And being a city council member, I mean, she knows her way around the zoning.
She absolutely does.
She's worked hard.
Made it pretty easy for me. Not that I'm saying I got any special favors or anything, because I didn't. All right, I had to do everything.
She knew the system.
She knew the system, and she had just retired, so she did all the paperwork for me. It was great.
Very good.
Yeah.
Shout out to Virgie.
Thanks,
from
Mom.
Carol.
Yeah, love you.
Yeah, thanks, Virgie, for all that you have given us.
Okay, so
much
you've got
appreciated.
it decorated. I mean, you've got it.
Mary Sanders did it because we kind of I can't do a project without her anymore.
Mary Sanders Kavicki, the other half of the Howland Mouse crew.
Ferris and Company.
Yeah. And so we had an event there a month ago, Malcolm, something like that.
Great, yeah.
Yeah, that was it was a fundraiser for Samuel Mockbee to put his art into a collection to travel the country, go to places like MoMA, Chicago Art Institute, San Francisco, places like that. And it was kind of like our first unveiling.
It was, and I think they put the landscaping in the day before.
They finished at noon, actually.
The trees, the grass, everything was brand new.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Down to the wire. Really lovely event, and an example of what could take place there. How many people would you say attended that event?
There were probably 60 there, I think, somewhere around there. And I thought it was great that like we flowed over into the yard, had tables set up and everything, because it's only 1,000 square feet. So, you know, I think we could do 70, 80 people cocktail. It's got 2 courtyards, and then seated. We have our first seated dinner there Thursday night. So Oxford Uncorked is this weekend. It's their wine festival. They started last year. And there's a bunch of winemakers coming in from Europe. And so Max from Bergère, which is a champagne house in Epernay, you know, put a little pronunciation on that.
Thanks for your French.
I like it.
Yeah. But he's going to be in town, and we're doing 6 courses, champagne pairing from Bergère every course. And we're going to have 26 people at that. So
you do all the cooking at Polito? And
yes. And then we have like a small warming kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah. So, which is very convenient because Polito is a block away.
Yeah.
So,
you can almost walk it over.
Yeah.
So, since it is fried chicken, I'm skipping around here. Since it is fried chicken day, I wanted to talk a little bit more about brining. We hit on it in the first segment, talked about how you brine your chicken at Rowan's when you have it. You don't have it all the time now, but it's sort of a special feature when you do have it. But I wanted to touch on a few other methods. You know, there's dry and then there's liquid. And what you do is a liquid. The dry would be to put the seasoning directly on the chicken, salt, pepper, whatever herbs you might use, put it in the refrigerator overnight, you know, let it do its thing, and then bring it out and fry it, and then only gets wet in the wash. There are so many versions of the wet brine. The Mayflower, for example, which I thought was brilliant, since it's a Greek restaurant, a Greek seafood restaurant. They use the feta cheese brine, which is a terrific idea, I thought.
Which is like the liquid under the feta cheese.
Right, yeah. So feta comes packed in water, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, they go through a ton of feta. Think about how many, you know, the salads they have to put in front of people. And then you've got all this liquid.
Some serious repurposing here.
Cross utilization. It's brilliant. You know, like it's really, really good. And you know, the more waste that we can cut out of, you know, operating a commercial food space, the better for everybody. You know, it's better for us and our bottom line. It's better for, you know, the environment and production and all of that stuff. It's just, I think it's really good when you can do that.
But I mean, that's a true brine. I mean, you're just opening the package and you automatically have your brine.
Yeah. They probably put some more stuff into it.
I think they do. I think that's right. Yeah. But the fundamentals are the feta brine or feta water. Walker's Drive-In uses sweet tea.
Yep.
And that came from John Fleer, Chef John Fleer, many years ago at Blackberry Farm, when he was chef at Blackberry Farm, was really the first one that I know about to do that really popularized it.
And Fannin Mart, which was long a great fried chicken house, they brine theirs overnight in milk or buttermilk. I don't know. It's one or the other.
It'd be buttermilk, because the acid from the buttermilk helps break it down a little bit. And that's why in my brine, you know, I do 2% salt brine, like I said, but I put whole lemon. I slice it and put lemon in there because the acid denatures the protein a little bit more. And that's what really gives it that tenderness. So that's why I like it. Dry brine, that's more popular with like Korean fried chicken, you know, more like that style. And it does make for a crispier skin, but I don't think that you impart as much flavor as you do, you know, soaking it overnight.
And Personal I would think one of the hazards of brining is leaving it in too long.
Yes.
I've observed this.
Especially
over
with
salty or over seasoned.
Gets a little slimy.
Mm-hmm. You know. You have to be careful with it. What would you say is the ideal amount of time?
No more than 24 hours.
So that's great.
That's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So what's new at Polito? That was your first restaurant in Jackson, although you had been in the biz for a long time.
This is the best time of year, I think, to eat at Polito, because it is, you know, it's summer, and the vegetables and the produce and the fruit, everything is incredible. You know, from the peaches and the crisps, the cantaloupe salad, the tomato salad, you know, silver queen corns, shishito peppers, eggplant caponata, squash, field peas right now are beautiful.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, you know, and like 90% of our produce comes from Two Dog. And so it's it is vibrant. It's fresh. We don't have to do a lot to it. You know, if we don't have to apply heat, we're not going to. You know, the tomato salad, it's just sliced tomatoes, olive oil from the farm in Italy that I worked at, Maldon salt, pepper, white balsamic vinegar, and then basil from Two Dog, and that's it.
You use lady peas for anything?
No.
Too delicate, or just you prefer just?
I mean, they haven't come on. They haven't showed up on the list.
They don't stay long.
Yeah.
They come and they go pretty quickly. But I love them.
We've got field peas and speckled butter beans right now. And so, talking about repurposing, we have a short rib that's been on menu since day one. And so we use that short rib braise and the trim, because we cut like nice pavés, like, you know, little squares of the short rib. So we have some trim, and we braise the speckled butter beans in that with chili vinegar that we make every year from Two Dog that we char in our pizza oven, and then just soak the chilies in distilled white vinegar. And we can add to it throughout the year if we need to, because the peppers retain their heat and their flavor. And it's delicious.
Speaking of delicious, the chicken that you roast in that pizza oven is, I mean, it's the best.
It's what got me on the Garden and Gun list.
Talk a little bit about that dish, about how you do your chicken.
Yeah, so whole chicken, we break it down into a half, take the backbone out, separate the breastplate, and then leave the leg attached to the the thigh attached to the drumstick, and then the breast on the plate with the drum end. And then we sous vide it in butter with fiend herb, salt, and pepper for 2 hours at 155 degrees. So, you know, poultry, you're supposed to cook to 165 according to certain government agencies. So we cool it down properly, take it out, super hot cast iron skillet, skin side down into the pizza oven by the flame. Only takes about 6-7 minutes to like get it all the way through, let it rest. Carve it off the bone, slice it, and then we do a fiend herb salsa verde with it's chives, parsley, tarragon. Chervil's a little hard to find around here, and then olive oil, and then fresh lemon over the top, and some more salt.
And how many of these chickens do you prepare per night, or do you just sort of take a shot at it when you're out, you're out?
Well, no, we don't. I don't like running out of things, especially staples like that. But going into a busy, 120, 130 Friday night, and we're family style, so we want everybody to share. I would say we need at least 15 to be comfortable.
And how well does it hold up?
Very well. Extremely well.
Right.
But we sell so many. That's
it's
not
never
an
an issue.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here
getting hungry
and knowing you're not open tonight.
We're closed.
He's closed
We're
all
closed
week.
until Friday. Yeah, we open back up Friday.
Good for you.
Yeah, we take a break 4th of July and then the first week of January. So
Do you have stuff going on, repairs and stuff going on? All week?
He was telling me.
Yeah, new floor in the PDR, new host stand, putting in a new cocktail waiting area.
He's got a lot going on.
Got a lot going on.
Yeah, I know when I worked, in Greenwood over the Alluvion and Gardenas and all that. I mean, that week, you're just waiting to get the floor tied up, clean the vent hoods, get all the repairs done.
All of it. It's funny. You get a little money in the bank account, and then you figure out how you spend
and
it
then
real
it's all
fast.
gone.
Yeah.
And people ask, well, what did you do for y'all were closed for a week. What did you do? And
right. Clean the bin hood.
working.
Yeah.
So reservations, what would you advise people who maybe haven't been to Paleto yet?
Highly recommend using Resi. We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 4:30 till when we're done. But we do accept walk-ins. The bar is walk-ins, and we have a great patio, really beautiful patio right now, especially with all the rain and now sunshine that we're getting. But yeah,
got some fans up in there.
We do, absolutely.
You're gonna need them.
Yeah, reservations highly recommended.
And what about reviews? Talk a little bit about the process. It's a bold new day in the restaurant business. It used to be there were reviewers who were pros, and that was it. And then you had your customers. Now every man and woman is a reviewer.
Well, social media and all that. Anthony Bourdain said that the Yelp reviewer is the scum of the earth. That's his words, not mine. But it's a really hard business, and it can be very rewarding, but it can be very challenging. And for someone to be able to affect your business just by, kind of anonymously, like, from their bed or toilet or wherever they're typing this review. It's hard, you take it with a grain of salt. I used to read them and really beat myself up over some of them, and I've stopped looking at them. We got a really bad one 2 years ago when I was at Natchez Food and Wine, and apparently this guest had been horrible to her server and made her cry, and didn't tip after that as well. Single mother, like I was furious, and she left in the review that the chef needed to go take Italian cooking lessons at Olive Garden. So when I got back from Natchez that Sunday, I went to the Olive Garden on County Line and posted a picture of me in front of it, and then said, taking advice from Denise's latest 1-star review, and then copied the link.
Oh wow, that's amazing. On the
It's a
other
little petty,
hand,
but,
as we run out of time, what does it mean to have a great Garden and Gun shout out and a Michelin shout out?
Tell you what I tell my staff. It's a blessing and a burden, especially with the Michelin thing, because we could lose it this year, and so it keeps us to a standard, and we have to operate that way all the time. But I mean, I'm very grateful, and I'm very lucky, and it makes 21 years of doing this.
There's no luck about it. It is a great honor.
Yeah. So it's amazing. It's really amazing.
Chaz, thanks a million for coming in, man.
Thank y'all for having me. It's always a pleasure.
You were a great sidekick, and we'll have you back, and we were always happy to have you on the show. Carol, it's good to see you, and I'll see you next Monday. No, I'm off next Monday.
I'll see you the Monday after.
That's right. All right, Deep South Dining is a production of Mississippi Public Broadcasting's Think Radio. We're funded by generous contributions from listeners like yourself. Our show is produced by Marissa Vaughn. For our special guests, Chaz Lindsay, Agriculture Commissioner Andy Gipson, and my co-host Carol Palmer, I'm Malcolm White, saying please stay tuned now for At Issue up next. And you can join us next Monday at 4 p.m. and every Sunday at 9 a.m. for the Encore show. Deep South Dining is heard right here on MPB Think Radio, and we're grateful that you have joined us. We'll see you next week.